Hello and welcome to Edessa the Dark Crusades. This particular scene takes place. Has been tasks. She's been paid. She has been paid to catch some rats, but not dead. No, no, no. They're needed to be alive, as per this person's request. With that being said, Cuban and Alonzo, so begins their night.
Alonzo is ready. So ready. To do the same thing we do every night, Pinky. Kill a fuck ton of rats. So as is pretty much rote at this point, Mina will do her usual, get up. Bright, well, not bright, but, late. It's freaking nighttime. Whatever the case may be. Does her go around both at the, both in Garnet's Haven and at the stable. And after she's given Alonzo a good warm-up, chasing out whatever rats may have tried to sneak in since the night previous, it is time for our walkies over to Riverside, where there are just rats in abundance. Such fucking abundance. There are literal hordes of them, to the point that when she walks the streets, she can only do so safely at night because she has Alonzo with her. Because these swarms are certainly big enough to come up at her. They're just not a fan of Alonzo. God bless that inoffensive to animals, ?
Mm-hmm.
But whatever the case, she'll be looking for one of the portions of Riverside that she has yet to really hit and try to do a number on the population of rats, somewhere where it's good and thick with them. And considering that Riverside at this point is half abandoned, including shops and whatnot, it shouldn't be too hard to find some shop or another, or an alley, or anywhere really that just has a crate of some sort readily on hand. Something she can pop open and throw the little suckers in.
And so, with that, please tell me exactly how is it that Mina goes about trying to flush out the rats?
Well, generally the flushing out isn't too hard. Generally, at least in places where she hasn't thinned out the population some, there are literal swarms of the damn things. It's more a matter of, how do I get it in the box? Not dead. So she will probably take some time. She has been working with Alonzo recently to drive rats through open doorways into the rooms of abandoned buildings so that her lovely companion Irene could essentially gas the room with a layer of shadow to kill however many she could corral in. So what she's going to try to do is find maybe a narrow a doorway she can crack most of the way shut, something like that. Basically set up the crate with the lid off and on its end so that it's open and pointed outwards, and basically set it in a doorway. Make sure that Alonzo is has got the idea of this is where we're chasing things tonight, using appropriate commands. And then before she sets him on it, because she doesn't want to be without his wonderful rat deterring company for but so long, will take a moment to find herself a perch on one of the, again, many fairly abandoned buildings there. The Riverside human population isn't doing nearly as well as the rat population. Probably perch yourself up in a window or something, and start using whistles, much like one does in the modern day with sheep herding. to send her little buddy off to snap and snarl and try to herd a couple of rats, even just one really, through that cracked door to see if she can get him to keep it at bay in the crate. If he can get multiple, well, all the easier. It means she doesn't have to do this 3 times.
Indeed. Uh, this particular part is at his. Let me look at Alonzo's dice here. I would say, give me dexterity intimidation. I think might be good.
All right, let's see what he can do.
As he is, of course.
That looks like 1 success. Snapping and yip-yapping.
Attempting his rest. And with that, let me just get a nice, let me just roll just a d10 here just to see what kind of ratty it is that he has scurried up. High or low?
Low.
Luckily for you, Alonzo, gets a rather looking rat. Of course, it's fairly long. It's about 4 to 5 feet, from tip to tail.
Feet?
Yeah. I mean, not feet. Sorry, inches. Sorry.
I was like, that thing's as big as me. Fuck that rat. It's gotta die. It's an abomination.
Sorry, I was thinking capybara.
That's okay.
Not a capybara. Anyway, in any case, besides my horrible stuff, Alonzo has caught you a fairly nicely sized looking rat, and the rat is squeaking rather terrifyingly so at the barking mouth of death that is attempting to catch it. And before you know it, the thing is within the crate that you have set up as how is this crate? Is it in a way that if you hit it, just is it exactly?
Sorry, I missed a little bit of that. It's in the crate?
Yes, it's in the crate. How does the crate look? Like how does it keep them from getting out?
Well, at the moment, the plan is once Alonzo has gotten it into the crate, she will whistle him to just kind of keep it at bay. So he stands right there, just outside of the crate, snarling, and she is basically going to jump down from her perch and run over to pop the lid on it while the little sucker's still in there. Hopefully, clawing at the at the, quote, back, which is actually the bottom of the crate as it's propped up on its side.
Okay, just give me a Dex Athletics for that.
I can do that. I just need to scroll up a little bit. Wow, that is a surprisingly bad one, but it's still 2 successes.
Yeah, you she gets down from. She stumbles a little bit over a few things, of course. Being that this is Riverside, it's abandoned, but there's still a lot of refuse and things that rats enjoy. So kind of stumble a little bit, but she's able to get to the cage proper, and you hit it so that way the crate kind of shuts itself down so this rat will not escape.
Perfect. Well then. She'll pick up some of the garbage, something heavy, and just plop it on top of that to make sure that doesn't go anywhere for a moment. And go looking around for another similar little box to use. She'll just kind of lay the lid against it so that she can come back and slide it under and ferry it around, but there's no point to carrying the box for now. Better to just make sure the box is secure and go on and repeat the process.
Yes, and once again, give me that dex intimidation for assistant.
Yes, my lovely assistant. And she will not be beyond doing things like having him like course off. He knows how to go and catch, but going and hurting them back is maybe a little more complicated. That's another single success. Even if he ends up driving a bunch,
Okay,
we'll
high or
sort
low?
one out later. We'll go high this time. Oh, that was a
Sorry.
no-win.
That I count that as not necessarily true. The rat, unfortunately, it looks to be not as nice as the first one. It's much smaller. It's kind of scraggly looking. It looks like a runt rat. It might look, if you're uncertain, you might think it has a disease on it. Its fur is kind of patchy. It doesn't look like a diseased rat, but it looks like it's
It is a sad rat.
not,
She will
not a very healthy.
she'll just give
Yes.
him the kill command and give him a treat and send him off again.
And he does so as this wretched creature squeaks its last squeak. And he goes back to find a much better specimen.
Alas, Alonzo's mental capacity is only so good. He brought back a rat. That was the job. Here's hoping he does better on this one. Let's see how his intimidate goes. Ooh, that was a good one. 2 successes.
I go with low. Oh boy.
Oh, maybe you should have gone high.
Yes.
Aww.
Yes, but I'm an ST, and that's a 10. So I will let you have it.
Oh, thank you.
Because this particular rat, as you see, that he brings towards you is a very, very looks nice. It looks incredibly healthy. It's very plump. Like, this is a rat that has quite certainly, if you were to define a rat king, this would possibly be a rat king. However, let me just do another little thing here.
Oh boy.
It's a female.
Oh boy. It's a rat queen. It's fine. She can be a queen. I'll let her.
A rat. Of course, you put her away in the, or at least in another crate.
Absolutely.
And give me, as Alonzo goes back, just give me another dexterity intimidation.
Get him, doggo, get him. Rawr. It's another 2 success.
Very nice. However, I will not, as you are going to go in through the particular place that you have he's going through, you hear very distinctly a strange kind of mixture of sounds from him. They are aggressive barking and growling, but then there's also sounds of scared howling. Like he's unsure. He's unsure of what this is, but he knows
This is while he's out of my sight?
It's very confusing. Yes.
Sorry, you lagged a little bit. Is this while he's out of my sight?
Yes. This is when he's gone off to do this last little bit of catching. That you hear this sound of growling and snarling, and then kind of a mixture of like really sad kind of whimpering from him.
How fucking dare. I will snag up that last little trap crate and hasten to him because whatever it is, I don't care if I have to slap the box down on it myself. But yeah, I'm gonna go investigate what he has found.
Okay, and what you see is you do not see this cute, cuddly picture of a rat king. What you see is this thing.
Oh, you mine. How big is it?
It is about the size of a fucking relatively like it's not like let's see, it's about the size of a Siamese, I believe.
Like a cat?
Yes, it's the size of a fucking cat.
Oh, hell yes.
And it is hissing and snarling, and you can see what looks to be horrible globs of saliva or trying to swipe at Alonzo. He is kind of darting this way and that, as he does with rats, but he's unsure of where to attack this thing because of all the weird protrusions that are coming out of its body.
Oh yes. This is mine. I'm getting this. What would you set my difficulty at to basically actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna be smarter than that. Gonna back my ass up a little bit, and I'm gonna activate that level 2 obfuscate, and then I'm gonna come back around the corner into that alley and see if I can skirt right up on it to slam the box on it.
Okay. Try to skirt it, and let's see what happens.
Is it just a normal stealth roll if you're obfuscated, or I'm trying to remember. It has to be looking for you, I think.
Yes, it's going to be regular because it has to be looking for you.
Okay. So just dex stealth?
So it should be 8, of course, because of the various amounts of refuse that is within Riverside.
May I spend a willpower?
If you haven't already rolled, then yes, I will allow it.
Fabulous. So I want to make sure I snag this motherfucker. He good. It's a good thing I spent a willpower, because otherwise I'd be fucked.
Yes, exactly. Because as you have stepped over a few kind of crunchy parts of kind of leftover things, but you get close enough to where you can attempt to kind of snag it. I have to do another thing. This is going to be. It's very pissed at Alonso, so I'm going to see what it's going to do
Goodness gracious.
here. Alonso attempting to kind of cow this large rat creature. It uses its claws and it rakes him across his nose, and you hear quite clearly that horrible sound of a puppy dog that's been scratched really bad on the nose.
Can I roll his dodge by chance? Or are we going for the narrative? Because I'm good either way.
Purely for narrative. It's not anything incredibly dangerous, I don't think. I
was just leery of horrible plaguiness on my dog.
I mean, I can roll that if you want me to.
I would. You know what? I like narrative. Narrative's good. Let's do that. Then yeah. Oh, that'll. Yep. Nobody scratches my puppy. Gonna slam this thing down on it.
Okay, and with that, I need you to give me a strength roll.
Strength roll. Oh Jesus.
Because it's going to try and break out.
Oh Jesus. This is gonna be hilarious. If this rat's stronger than me, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. God, I can't even ask for strength brawl because I don't have any brawl. Yeah, this is just gonna be a tragedy. Fuck it. Oh my god!
Let's consider it this way. You slammed it down, and while it's struggling to literally break the crate that it's in, you're a little pissed because it scratched Alonso on the nose. So you kind of steeled yourself, kind of planted your body enough so that way it has more resistance, so it can't break as easily. If you were holding, it could have broken.
Oh my god. There is a flurry of curses and unladylike commentary regarding this devil rat.
And as you do so with this creature, Alonso has hidden himself away inside what looks to be not a trash can. It's kind of looks like the piece of an old drawer, and you see him, and his little tail is a wiggle waggling.
Aww. My pupper. While I am desperation hugging this crate to keep it from breaking open, can I glance around and see if there's anything that looks a little stronger nearby?
Certainly, it would be a perception alertness for that. And I get to roll again to see if it's gonna do it again. Let's see.
Well, I spot something, goddammit.
Find like an old, kind of like a chest that you would put clothes in, something that you could put a lock on if you had a lock. Let's see.
Oh Jesus!
Unfortunately for you,
that crate is toast.
As you look to see this thing, you just hear, and it just breaks out your chest, your little crate has
that
been
poor little busted crate.
Looking at.
I'm sorry.
Looking at you. No, it's fine. Tiny Bucks Tim is no more.
Oh no! Not Tiny Box Tim!
As the horrible rat creature looks at you and hisses monstrously. Its teeth look horrendously sharp and looks like it wants to bite you.
Oh,
So
it's a good thing that Daddy Vampire gave me this nice baton with which to say fuck off.
Yeah, well, fucking hit it.
I'm basically going to use it as a parry if I have to. Is there any chance this trunk is already on its side or open or anything? I imagine that'd be too easy.
Let's see. It is slightly open. If you attempt a little bit, you can eat all the way, and you can try.
All right.
It's not an immediate, but it's like if you do it incredibly quick enough, you could probably do it. That's
Sorry.
this thing.
Like dump the thing on top of it, or get it in there.
Like to get it in there.
Yep, I'm willing to batter up for this. It looks like it can take a hit.
Indeed, but can you take a hit? That's the real question here.
We'll find out.
As
Go for a parry on this one. 'Cause fuck you.
Creature
Jesus.
As this creature, despite its size, it's incredibly nimble, kind of skirts a bit and then jumps straight at you, its teeth wide.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Gotcha, motherfucker. Parried. Essentially gonna swat him out of the air, just thwap.
Mm-hmm. And you essentially do just that. You hit it across the face. It hits the side of a wall that's very close to where this chest is. You see it twitch, not a death twitch, like it's like it's stunned.
Oh, hell yes. I'm gonna run over, snag that thing by the tail, and just slam it in that trunk and slam the trunk shut. I may not have a lock to put on it, but if it has a catch, I can at least flip the catch down.
It has one of those. It's very much a chest that you would put in like small bits of clothing, or what you would put like incredible values in. So it has a latch and such, so you can easily do so.
Yep, I will flick the latch over, and since I don't have a lock to run through it at the moment, I will actually take that nice metal beat stick that Gregory has made me and actually run that through the hole in it, just so the latch can't be tricked open by enough struggle.
Very nice. And you hear no attempt of breaking this chest. You can assume that you hitting it and it smacking against the wall has, at the very least, stunned this thing. Do you want to get a good look at it, or are you just like, no, I'm just gonna
I do, but you know, that thing was already a bitch to get in there. I really don't know if I want to invite it the option of lunging at my face the second I open the lid.
You have curiosity?
I thankfully do not have the curiosity flaw. Bless my little heart.
Okay, that works for me.
But now that I have that secure, I will check on Alonzo and go and try to coax him out and tell him what a good boy he is.
As you talk to him, you kind of get him to come out. You can see the boo boo on his poor little nose. It is very. It's not incredibly deep, but it's certainly not. It got a good bit into his nose. You'll have to essentially give him some medicines, kind of wipe his nose, keep him from kind of rolling around in the trash too much, that sort of thing. But other than that, he looks okay. The creature, despite its horrible look,
God, that thing's
didn't
horrifying.
look like it had disease. Yeah,
Hmm?
I know. It doesn't have that thing. Doesn't have a disease.
Thank goodness. She'll take a little time. She'll actually take a couple minutes to sit with Alonzo and tell him what a good boy he is, give him treats, and will actually probably feed him a point of blood just to help him with the regeneration, because she can spare one before she starts getting hungry.
Of course. And as you feed that point of blood, and the two of you with your treasures in tow begin to head back towards a place that you can kind of secure them more properly
Mm-hmm.
until you can meet with the person who is going to pay you.
Fabulous.
And yes, indeed. Incredibly fabulous.
God, that thing's terrifying.
And Mina and Alonso leave the incredibly unusual rat catching that they've done tonight. What will the secrets of this incredibly horrible rat king, what will this thing tell us about the rats of Edessa?
Do I close it there?
Yes, thank you, and good night.